There is just something fascinating and interesting about old wooden cameras. And if you've never used a wooden camera, I definitely recommend you put that on your list to do at least once in your life. Really fun to do. Well, here let's go ahead and begin to take a look at how we can use some of our marquee selection tools. You can find those in the Tools panel right underneath the Move tool. These allow us to make selections of particular shapes. For example, if we select the rectangular marquee tool, what we can do is we can hover over our image, and let's say we want to make a selection of this rectangular area of the camera. What we can do is we can start at one point and then click and drag and extend this out in order to select that area. So now we've made a selection just of this shape. And this tool can be really helpful when you do have fixed shapes or when you need to perhaps even create a fixed shape. In this case, you can see the area that we selected. We could then go ahead and select the Move tool and then click and drag in order to reposition this. Well, in this case, I don't really want to do that except to illustrate how this tool works. So let's press Command-Z on a Mac or Control-Z on a PC. Now the next thing that I want to do is I want to deselect. Let's do that by way of shortcut. Command-D on a Mac or Control-D on a PC. Let's take a look at the other marquee tool. If we click on the rectangular marquee, we can then underneath it select elliptical. Now this is really fascinating how this one works. What we can do is select a point. Let's say we want to select the lens here and brighten that up or add a little saturation to it. We could go ahead and click and drag and extend this out. Now the problem is if our click wasn't good, this first little point here, it's going to be kind of hard to make a good selection. Well, what you can do is you can make this selected area and then don't let go of your mouse button. Press the spacebar key and then you can drag this around. And you can do this with any of the selections, whether it's the lasso tool or the rectangular marquee. And here we'll take a look at it with elliptical. So with the spacebar pressed, I'm going to reposition, resize my selection, press the spacebar, reposition, resize, and I'm resizing by simply clicking and dragging. All right, well now I'll let go so that I just have the center area or the lens here selected. Next, navigate to Image and Adjustments. Then I'll choose Hue Saturation. And there are so many different adjustments that we could make, but I'm trying to keep it simple here, so I'll just go ahead and simply increase the saturation. Maybe look at color, see if I can change the color. Click on Preview. Here's before and then after. Let's make that a little bit stronger so you can actually see it. Now here's our before and then after, just affecting this area of the image because we made a selection with that particular tool. To apply that adjustment, we would simply click OK.